Hi, I'm Emily Deschanel.
And I'm Carla Gallo.
And this is
Bonheads. No.
Is that what it's like every time you do it?
Yeah, it actually is. Listen, we have a special guest today.
Like very, very special guest.
Maybe
very special.
the most special.
Maybe the most special. But the most random.
The most random.
For Bones.
For people who like Bones and who watch it,
This
would be
a guest, an unexpected
guest.
An unexpected guest.
That's right. I mean, because although we were on the phone a lot while you were making the show.
Correct.
It's not like I ever came to the set or anything. I don't even have
Not a once.
I don't even know what the show's about.
Well, and that leads us to why you're here.
Yeah, I'm here.
This episode is called What is Bones? With Sarah Paulson. Now, you may know her from American Horror Story, American Crime Story, Nurse Ronzell.
No, pal.
Nurse Ratched. I was so close. Ratched. Ocean's 11.
No, 8. It was Ocean's 8.
8.
Only 8 of the ladies.
Ocean's 8 and Tony Award winner for the Broadway.
Very well deserved, by the way.
Production of Appropriate.
I saw it. You were amazing.
did?
Yes, you were incredible.
Thank you.
Really incredible.
Very
Best
deserved.
job of my life.
What's that?
It was the best job of my life.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was.
Now, the main credit that I would like to talk about is the credit of being in my life
Oh, yeah.
for 40.
Is that really the math of it?
Right.
Not quite 40 years.
Pal, not like
40
a year
years?
shy of 40 years.
Okay.
40 years
I just turned 50.
Right.
That means...
And you're coming up at that,
Well,
right?
in 10 years. So we were in school.
You
I looked up
you
to
are
her.
going to be 50. No,
She was
you
someone-
will be 50 in a couple of weeks. Couple
We're
of
gonna
weeks.
cut. We're gonna cut. I'm kidding.
Couple
We're
of
not cutting
weeks.
it.
June
She's turning
29th.
30. It'll be just like,
It's not
what's that?
It's June 27th.
Nope, that's not correct.
It's June
either.
24th.
Ouch. Okay. Yes. Correct. We went to middle school together.
Yeah, we've known each other since we were 11 years old.
Correct.
So 1 year shy of 40-year friendship.
How weird is that?
Very weird, pal. Except for we're the same. Just now I got locked out of my car. You came out to help me get my key. You found my key.
I was letting you try to find it.
You let me try
on
to
your
find
own
it.
for a
It's
while.
just part of
And
our
then, yeah.
dynamic since we were 11.
I helped her write her first check.
She helped me write my first check. That's right, because I had
Buying
a job.
headshots, by the way.
Yeah, buying headshots.
Like
you also helped me write
productions
a
headshots.
check at Key Food. Don't forget.
Did I?
I think you did.
I'm
That's
sure.
my memory. I could be conflating them because
No,
I'm
no,
50.
I don't-
And those things happen when you turn 50. But yeah, you did that, pal. And also, yeah, you just helped me understand what money was.
Yeah,
also.
and you helped me understand what everything was. Like I was thinking about it today because I think about it a lot, but I was like, the influence she has on my life is like so crazy. Like just there'll be random things. I mean, I'm not trying to call attention. She gave me these shoes 20 years ago.
Yeah, they're 20-year-old shoes.
No.
Yeah, she was like,
Those
I
are
don't
held
like
up.
these
These are
anymore.
great.
And then I was like, I'll take them.
Still wearing them.
Still wearing
Another
them.
one of the differences between us is that my 20-year thing is already in.
You know why they're still good? They work. They cover my feet. They still cover my
your
feet.
So why throw them out?
They function.
They function. They're very cute. It just I
they're
had
cute.
decided
It just wasn't for you.
Correct.
Yeah, it wasn't for you.
I just moved on.
Now, Emily was going to ask us a few questions. She was
wanted
going to
to ask
interview
them.
us.
Okay, so this is not about Bones. I'm just curious what you guys remember about meeting each other. If you've met each other when you were 11 years old, you went to middle school, and was it 6th grade, 7th grade?
6th grade.
6th grade. You went to like
Berkeley Carroll.
Berkeley. It
Brooklyn.
sounds so fancy.
In Brooklyn.
It was pretty fancy.
For the time.
For the
I would
time.
say.
And even now I think it's like, isn't it uber fancy now? Like you can't get in and it's really expensive. My mom worked in the help pay my tuition.
Oh, amazing.
She worked in helped them because she was very savvy computer person before people were like really
Before computers were
before
invented.
computers were invented. She figured
invented
out
computers.
She could write program manuals on how to use certain software back in the day.
Jesus.
Super smart. Something happened where I didn't get that
Didn't
part
get that
because I don't know what the
You're
upper,
smart.
the
Yeah,
upper
the
brain
upper
part.
part,
The upper brain part.
You're very smart.
Boneheads.
You just used it
Boneheads.
as an actor.
Yeah.
Yeah, Boneheads.
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 So Berkeley
Berkeley Carroll.
Carroll, fancy school.
I do have a question that I've never, I think I've brought this up to you and I don't get an answer. We voice memo a lot. And I was like, did you, whenever this comes up, I have one very specific memory of you coming to the school, which you know about, but I'm going to repeat it. The one thing I don't know, did you come mid-year or did you come in September?
No, I came in September. We could text my mom. She could tell us. But
I would like to know because my memory of you, and then I would also like to hear your, yes, you know this, but I would like to hear your memory of me because I'm like, do you remember me? But wait, so my memory of you is, here's the thing. I was like the actress of the school, okay? I did my first play in second grade. My first grade teacher.
You already started that school.
I was there since I was 3.
She'd been there since she was like.
She was born there.
She was born at Berkeley Care. She was a lifer. That's right.
So my first grade teacher, Marlene Clary, who went on to be a very important person for both of us, as a director, a person who was guiding us
for auditions for LaGuardia.
Yeah,
for
being an actor. You know, she was really an important person to both of us. She was
my mother-in-law, but for a second.
Oh, that's right. Well, because she married Ethan Clary in sixth grade.
Sixth grade.
I was the flower girl. I was a flower girl. So
people are like, when are we going to start talking about bones?
Probably. That's gonna be a question throughout the whole.
Okay, great.
When are they going to start talking about bones? Great. But so I was the actor. I did a play in second grade. I was like, I have found my calling, and so I was in all the plays. And in sixth grade, there was a play. Not
up the down staircase.
It wasn't up the
before
down
that.
Upstairs, downstairs. That was a TV show.
It wasn't
whatever it was. I have the remember.
It wasn't up the down staircase.
We did do that, but I don't.
That was in seventh grade. I think we did that.
So anyway, and I sent you a picture of me holding that play because back in Brooklyn I have everything. Anyway, so they were like, hey, the director of that play was like, take a look at the role of Ginny, and I was like, absolutely. Like over winter break, like, yeah, I'll take a look at it.
Mr. Stallworth did this?
It was Mr. Stallworth.
Yeah.
And then we got back from winter break and the roles were posted as they are. And that's weird. It says
I got the part of Ginny.
Ginny was Sarah Paulson. Now, like, that is literally you enter my world in
on a
that
piece of paper,
moment.
like
yes,
on a board.
You never heard the name before?
Didn't we audition?
That's how. Yes. I don't remember.
So what do you mean we took a winter break, and then all of a sudden I'm there and I got the part? I must have auditioned.
That's how it feels to me.
I won the role.
We both
read for it. We both read for it, and they gave her the part.
It's like you make it seem like I came down like Glinda on a bubble. And
That's
like,
what it felt like.
I think I was there.
I mean, I'm sure you were.
I think I started. I
just don't remember you prior to that because that was a really. I got the role of the mysterious woman. Yeah. And then I remember Charles Park being like, are you going to do it? And I was like, I don't know.
Ooh.
And then I did it.
You
and
could
then
refuse.
I stole the show.
Also, my mom came late. Was that the one my mom came late to and didn't really see me in it, but thought you were wonderful in it?
Oh,
Carla's mother remembers.
My mom was like, "Oh, it was very. I felt very bad for Sarah. I should do my mom's voice, but she didn't have it back then. But I felt very bad for Sarah because Sarah was standing right there, and her mother is. Oh my God, Carla, you were amazing, and Sarah's right there.
That's how it happened.
Yeah.
Wait, you did your whole part, but your mom arrived late and you were already done with your part.
I think
my mom saw some of it. I remember seeing her standing, but I mean, this is like, we're going deep into like the bonehead therapy podcast.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I remember her like standing by the double doors there, on the side of the auditorium.
By the way, they've totally redone that.
Really?
Totally redone it.
Like we wouldn't recognize the school in a way?
No. That room may not even be the theater anymore.
Wow.
They built a very professional theater.
We ought to go back.
Do they advertise the fact that both of you went back to school?
We ought to go back and do a little show. Show them how it's done. Can you imagine if we went back there and did a play?
We could do what we did in high school. What was the scene we did in high school where I was your mother?
No, that was the Boom Boom Room.
Let's go do that.
The Boom Boom Room by David
She was
Ray.
like, so I think you should play my mother. And I was like, and then shocker, at the end, it was a showcase. They all came up to her to represent her. And I was like, but what about...
Well, this is at LaGuardia?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're jumping all
I
I
know.
Nobody,
but you guys went to middle school and high school together because you ended up going to the performing arts school LaGuardia.
It's called LaGuardia, which I refuse. Somehow it feels really hard for me to call it LaGuardia because
music and performing arts.
Yeah, it weakens to me the potency of where we went. It's like it's not the same as the name of the airport.
People know that school. People in the know what that school is.
But I always say, performing arts, and I was like, LaGuardia. But I have to call it because
that people know it now.
What do
you know
mean?
why?
Why?
Because of the Chalamet.
Because of Timothy Chalamet.
Did he go there?
Oh yeah, he once came up and took a cookie off my plate at Sunset
Do you
Tower.
know how often I tell that
Yeah,
story?
and he was like, "How you been?"
No, he
And-
wanted to meet her.
Yeah, he's
'cause
like, "You went to
we
went to high school, like,
or
well,
not together.
not together."
He's like
he had like some
teachers
teachers that we had, yeah. And yeah, he came up to me at Sunset Tower. And I was eating, and he's like, "I wanted to say hi. You know, we went to high school together." And then he just started eating the cookies on my plate.
And
I
the
was
best
like,
is the reaction, which,
Yeah.
and I've told the story many
Go
times.
ahead, take it over.
The reaction is this: I have to, because you don't know. I mean, maybe you do. So
Were you there?
I
Did you
was
see it?
having dinner with her, and he just reached out and he like took a bite, and you do not mess. You just you don't mess with Sarah, and B, you don't mess with her dessert.
No, not my dessert.
And so I was like, how is this going to play out? And she goes, "You're just going to eat the cookie."
Yeah.
Oh, you're just going to eat the cookie. And he was like,
Yeah, and he's like, "I'm Timothy Chalamet. I'm gonna eat whatever the fuck I
That's
want."
entitlement.
Yeah, it was. I know who I am, and I know who I am in the firmament, and I know what it's going to be now.
And I can eat your cookie.
and I can eat your cookie if I want.
And was
to.
this
And I was
like-
kind of like,
I just
already
love that
famous.
you called it out.
I was like,
Oh, you're just going to eat
"You
the
can
cookie?
eat the cookie." He's super.
Shit got real. Shit just got real.
No, but I'm just like Timothy Chalamet.
Timothy.
Chalamet.
Timothy.
You can have my cookie. He's so talented.
Yeah,
And it has
I
nothing
just
to
saw
do with
the-
LaGuardia. It's
No.
just how he was born.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
mean-
should
wait,
we talk
okay.
about bones?
Okay,
now?
well, okay. I think we should get to the title of the, let's get to the question.
Okay.
Sarah,
Yes.
what is Bones? What's it about?
I think it's a show about like using bones to figure out forensic data,
Data.
like crime to figure out why and how a crime happened, but using bones instead of flesh, maybe, or
she just nailed it.
did I?
Yes. You
can't get
nailed it.
It's like, that's exactly what the show is about.
I didn't Google it. That just
Our
that
marketing
was just
and
using
advertising
my
did
brain.
its job.
Yeah, I
You
swear
got
to
the word
God.
forensic
I
out of your
did,
brain?
but only because. How very dare you? Absolutely. You pulled the word forensic out of your brain.
I am actually
said with
literally
such
shocked.
shock.
I am literally
I
shocked.
mean, we all know, well, she knows math is like, I think of forensics and math is like,
not the same
they're-
thing.
but they feel like the same
Okay.
thing to me.
Okay.
So I understand why the word forensic feels strange coming out of my brain, just nonchalant in a very casual way. But it seems to me that I remember you being in this is how I remember talking to you whilst you were in medical gear. Like a lab coat.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think I remember
probably.
seeing you like in a crouching down low with a camera looking up at you, like while you guys were like low on the ground on a billboard. Is that possible?
Yes.
Like
Yes.
above. So I'm thinking like it's a criminal enterprise, like it's some kind of
It's a criminal
It's
enterprise.
like there's some kind of criminal. There's some kind of criminal component, and you guys are solving crimes and cases using
very
bones.
impressed.
I'm very impressed too.
pretty cool.
I mean,
It
she
is
saw a
kinda
billboard.
cool.
She might have seen a commercial.
I
And
think
like,
I one
got
time
that-
saw you
years
like
ago.
yeah, but
You
were
might have
we
been
in
on Fox a lot at some point. Like, were you? I mean, actually, weirdly, American Horror took over our stages.
We were neighbors for a period of
Oh,
time
we
before
were.
you took over the stage.
Why are
you're
you're both pointing at me in a way that's upsetting. I don't like it.
I was gesturing.
You were
I was
gesturing,
not
and then this
pointing.
one got a really aggressive point.
I was trying to
Wait,
think what they say on
you were on
Housewives and
stages
stuff.
right next to us?
Not next to us, but I think
I mean, we were on the lot.
So
at
that's
the
what
same
it was.
on the
I
time.
think
lot
I
at the same
saw
time.
you at work, like at work once,
Yeah,
and you were
I'm
like
sure.
wearing a lab coat, and your
I'm
hair was in
sure.
a ponytail, which means your hair's only back if you're doing a work that you can't have your hair down. Although, did you wear your hair down?
She's
Was your
a
hair down a lot
detective.
on that show while you were doing things?
not while on the platform while investigating or at
What's
the
the
scene.
what's
the
the platform?
platform is in the lab. We had a lab, a very cool lab.
It was
And you-
really cool stuff.
So every
It was a very cool
episode,
set.
there were remnants of dead bodies that you would crack their bones open and see what was going on with their bones.
So it was when a body was so decomposed that they were not identifiable visually because all the flesh and things had been come out. So it was mostly had become
Skeletons.
skeletal. Yeah. So if you have a body that's been left out for years or even weeks in certain environments, it gets decomposed to a point.
How much did you learn about all this during making this?
I mean,
Sounds like
I
a
had
lot, right?
a
Like
good,
you know more about this than a person who doesn't do this for a living would want to know. Right?
Yes,
she has gotten calls
but I'm not
asking her
like
to identify bones. Summer is full of big moments.
like what?
Oh, well, glad you asked. Weddings, vacations, and endless photos. But if you're dealing with hair thinning or shedding, these moments might cause more anxiety than joy. Nutrafol takes a whole body approach to hair growth, working from the inside out. So the sooner you start, the sooner you will be feeling confident and focusing on what matters most to you.
You may have heard of Nutrafol's hair growth supplements and wondered, do they actually work? It's a fair question. Many hair supplements overpromise and underdeliver. But Nutrafol is different. As the #1 dermatologist-recommended hair growth supplement brand, it's trusted by over 1.5 million people and is clinically tested to deliver real results in just 3 to 6 months.
Everyone's root causes of hair thinning are different, so a one-size-fits-all approach to hair growth doesn't cut it. Nutrafol has multiple formulas designed to give your body what it needs to grow and support your hair's unique needs. Whether you're navigating postpartum, menopause, a plant-based lifestyle, or simply looking to see less hair shedding, Nutrafol has you covered.
Adding Nutrafol to your routine is easy and no prescription is needed. Order online with free shipping and automated deliveries. Subscribe to save up to 20% and enjoy perks like one-on-one naturopathic consults and a free Headspace membership to support your hair growth journey.
This summer, stop worrying about your hair and start making memories. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com and enter the promo code Bonheads. Find out why Nutrafol is the best-selling hair growth supplement brand at Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code Boneheads. That's Nutrafol.com, promo code Boneheads. Can we show you a scene? Like, just to give you an idea of the show?
Yeah, I'd like to see it since
Okay.
I never saw an episode of it in my whole life.
Okay, on this
Sorry
show,
that you're
we're
one of
going
my-
to show you a clip.
Sorry
of,
that you're one of my best friends and I never watched any of your work.
We'll eventually show you my work, but I think, why don't we start with
This one, right?
Yeah. And we're
if I
having it on
hate it?
here because I don't think we have the rights to show the clip.
Okay.
This is a clip from season 2, episode 5. It's called The Truth and the Lie.
Bloody. Ooh, no. That's disgusting. Ooh. Oh, look at Emily, Temperance Grandin. Age and sex determined. Oh, David's got a comment. Smells more like comment. Oh. Who's that guy?
Oh,
There could be evidence in there. So you're gonna. Are you gonna put your hands in it?
Take a
Well,
look.
why don't you? Yeah, just.
He was at the dentist. How would I know?
edited this.
He killed him, didn't he?
I haven't seen.
We
that
haven't
episode
seen it yet. But this is a gross body to show you. That's why it's being shown.
Yeah.
Oh, gross.
Yeah.
This was on network television.
Yeah, it's on Fox.
Ew.
Yeah.
That's a head. That's a human head. That's a human head and
yeah.
a scalp.
That's it. I just
Okay,
wanted you
there's
to see
no-
it.
There are no. There's no bones.
Well, there's bones in the tub.
There's no bones in the brain.
Bones in.
I call bullshit
It's
on
a
this.
skull.
I hate to break
it was
it to you.
Those are
no,
bones.
They're
the
not
skull.
bones. That's a scalp. That was a scalp.
There was a
lifted.
skull underneath.
No,
it.
there wasn't. It looked like a comb over.
It did.
It was a scalpy
Correct.
comb over.
You think so? You're saying
I know
that
they're-
in the bathtub, the scalp part didn't disintegrate, and that wasn't skull pieces?
I'm just saying it looked like you
wanna
lifted
watch.
out a scalp and not a bone.
No.
So I'm
But
asking you.
wrong.
Oh, you think it's like not a
But what
bone
I'm asking you,
attached to
so
it.
if there's flesh on a body, do you just ignore it, or there
We
never
have
is
to
flesh
clean
on
it.
it?
We clean it with
So there's
like by
many-
boiling it or with like beetles.
What?
Oh, sometimes they'll have beetles eat the flesh off.
No, I'm just gonna.
That's disgusting.
No, I can't. I was just gonna
There's
look at that to see
just
what
to
it
see
was.
the.
You lifted
No,
out.
that's a
That's
skull.
skin.
That's a hard skull.
really-
But then at some point in that episode, it gets squishy. The bones get squishy. For
Why
some
do they
reason.
get squishy?
I think because of what they were in or something like that.
You don't know.
Well, they were in line.
Well, because we
You don't
haven't.
remember?
I mean, I did 240 something episodes of the show.
Do you want to see a clip of me?
Yeah. Is it time for that?
Wait, and while I'm
Are
going
is your voice going to be like up here? Like every time I watch
Well,
something
that-
from
so,
myself
okay.
from back in the day, it's like the voices are
Okay,
weird.
so that's crazy that you said that.
But
But I didn't know that because I guess I
Mm-hmm.
haven't seen it in so long.
and you were like, why do I sound like that?
You sent me an interview thing that
Yeah.
was like a kind
Your
of a behind
voice
the
does
scenes.
sound different.
But
Your voice sounds.
I have the
Somebody-
voice
my
of
voice
a-
is
of
almost
an
lower.
8-year-old.
Somebody told me that it's the way they transfer the things that were
Oh,
Is that
when they
true?
digitize it or something.
Because I was like, I
literally sound like this on a TV show
So
like
do
this.
I.
I sound like this. And I thought it was insane.
You will die when you see.
Okay, put it on. Give it to me.
Wait, I
mean-
feel like I want to watch it
what?
all together.
You
You know
wanna
what I
watch it
mean? I want
together?
to watch it. Well, I'll come around and watch it. Wait. But here's my question. What do you remember when she got cast?
No.
Yeah.
Do you remember what my life situation was at that time?
It was bad.
Correct. And that felt like a guess. I'm just going to say, as someone who's known me really well, but that felt like a guess.
Well, you know, pal, it
Yeah.
was a long time ago.
Okay.
And I'm old. And I
Correct.
remember some things about my own life, less things about other people's.
Well-
but even less and less about my own. So
My state of being, it didn't relate to you, but it sort of did. You had helped me out at that time.
Uh-huh.
Not by not financially, but technically financially.
I gave you a car.
No, you helped pay when my engine blew up, but that was
I did
different.
help pay for when your
no,
engine blew up, yeah.
you helped me get a job.
At my sister's office casting,
Correct.
which was hell on earth for you.
Correct. I was an assistant.
She was an assistant to my sister who was casting
Which
director.
is because I've known her since she was 9.
And she was 9.
So that's a tricky
Oh,
situation.
so she's a younger
Somebody be like,
sister.
go get my
Oh,
fucking
no.
lunch. And you're like, and it was a casting office too. So then I would have to go
That's
into
just-
the, so I would
you
I'd
be
be
a
like,
reader?
She'd be like, I'm right for this and I'm right for this.
it was
Yeah.
commercials,
It was commercials.
but I still, it was
Oh, it was
really, it was
commercials.
hard.
And then
It
you
was a
got
little hard.
bones. That's
And then I
right.
got bones because it was during the writer's strike.
That's right.
So I
last writer.
clawed out of my like
This
depression,
show about bones helped you claw out of it.
out of the grave,
Out of the grave of your
my
career.
career.
Great minds. You know?
Great minds.
That's really good.
Okay, watch a clip
This
of me.
is-
Yeah.
You watch a clip of me.
Watch a clip of
You
you.
watch a clip.
Oh,
Wait, this
Look
yeah,
at
this is-
Pal,
Look at the baby.
pal, I'm dying. Pal, I'm dying. Pal, you have a mustache.
What?
You have a mustache.
That's the
That
rudest
must be
thing.
cleaning the.
That's
That
the
must be
rudest
the
thing anyone's
iPad.
ever
You have
said.
a mustache.
That's so rude.
Pal. Emily looks very pretty. There's, yeah.
See, we get treated differently.
Yeah.
I know.
I don't
that
know
is
her
so
as well.
true.
Pal, look at your cute. Oh, Pal, you're so tiny.
I know.
You're holding a skull. Now, I would like to state for the record.
That's from. I should
You
say
were
what
about
she
to
said.
laugh. I could think you were
I
about
know,
to laugh.
I think Emily- I feel
there
like
was-
No,
Everyone
I
was.
laughed. They had to cut around me laughing.
Did you laugh?
Oh, I laughed.
I really remember you telling me about shooting. Oh, Emily looks like she's going to laugh too. Pal, first of all, can we discuss for a second how bad I'm so sorry, you guys, but how bad the skull looked?
Well, it also broke in. It would almost be
It looked like
It was
looked
very-
like
glued together.
it just didn't look like a great real skull.
Well, because it was very.
Oh, I don't think
glued
that. I
together
think
to
it
break
was
apart.
the. I will say in general on the
You had
show they
good
did
bones.
do a good job on the bones.
Showed good bones. By the way, that was a clip
But
from.
it might be just the characteristics of that particular
It looked
one
like,
because it was in pieces. It was in fragile pieces.
It
Was
had to
done?
be. But by the way, that was season 4, episode 8, The Skull and the Sculpture. Oh,
She was definitely about to laugh right there. She's definitely.
I know.
there
I
was-
felt like she was going to laugh too.
No, you were about right
Me?
when you first
I probably
did it.
yes.
Well,
I think
no,
you
they
might
had
be
to
right.
cut around.
I need you to
I
watch
do remember
this.
being so
Wait.
freaking funny.
Wait. Right after she does it, there's a shot of her this way. Wait.
Yeah,
She definitely.
I think
was
you're
about
right.
To laugh. Pal, you're so young, baby face.
when I watch it back, my whole face is just teeth because I think my whole bone structure is just
You're
tiny,
very tiny.
and then my jaw. Because I watch it back and I'm like, I'm all teeth.
You're not
And
all. I don't
well,
see
not
that
anymore.
at all.
In that,
I don't see that at
do.
all. I just see like a little baby face, and I see your kids in your face.
Really?
I know.
Yeah.
I see that
Really?
too.
Do you see that
yes.
about you? How many kids do you have?
I have 2 kids, 2 boys.
And do you see your face in them at
No,
all? Like-
I don't. I see my dad. My one son looks like my dad.
That is true.
So
Really?
much, and I know I look like my dad, so I can like
relate to seeing
seeing
that.
say I guess we look alike. But
Wait, can I
yeah.
circle back to the mustache?
I feel like you do.
It looked
Yeah,
for a
wait,
flash
it
like you
did
had a
not-
mustache.
She did not have a mustache.
It just
will
looked like
say-
a weird light, and all of a sudden there was a shadow. Maybe it was melasma.
I
Pal.
will say it. Melasma at 32 years old. I
You
will
look
say
22 in that. You
people
look
use
22.
comment. Thank you. When
She's older than I am, and
I
she
am.
played Well, what do you think she played?
Oh yeah, who do you think I play? Like, what was
What do
my
you think her
character?
character was like?
Well, since you just dropped it,
Oh.
like you're a newbie, like you don't know what you're doing. You're like, is your name Daisy? I have a memory of that.
I
wondered if she might
like
remember
I remember your
Yeah.
name. Also, because it's my grandmother's name, so it's because it was about me somehow that I probably remembered you. But you obviously don't know what you just got there. And so like to me, what I can tell from this, seeing this clip, I imagine you're a person
beforehand.
You should have.
We should have asked her.
But now to me, it looks like you don't know what you're doing and she's giving you a shot. Maybe you're her assistant.
I'm her intern.
Oh, you're her intern.
I was an intern.
Did you
for
graduate
9
on the show? You never became.
She did become a doctor
finally
eventually.
at the very end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She became a doctor.
Were you
eventually.
always making mistakes like that? Was that sort of your gig?
No, not really.
No.
I know that's what I thought was interesting too. I was like, oh, this looks like I'm
They
inept.
should have run with that.
I know that'd be really
not
funny.
the main quality of her character.
What was the main quality of your character?
What do you think the main quality of my character was? Not based on that.
Based on you,
maybe
the
sort of-
person,
yeah.
and the actress.
Yeah.
Really knows a lot.
Yeah.
The real kind of know-it-all.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Wow. Ouch. Yeah. but true.
She didn't say just it was about you, but
I
about-
just
what
I can
it's
imagine
based
like
on.
what you would at that
Play.
point in time
Yes,
be cast
yes.
as.
I love
like,
that you're like in
I'm
that
just,
era.
I'm using my own
Yes,
knowledge of you
I
to
love
be like,
it. I
she
love it.
probably knows a lot.
Yeah.
Her name is Daisy. She knows a lot. Were you like a vet before you came here to do this? You worked
Like
with,
a veterinarian?
Like a veterinarian?
No.
No.
No,
Well,
she only studied forensics.
oh, forensics. So
Yeah.
you, but if you're studying forensics, so can I ask, are you cops?
no,
No.
you're scientists.
You're scientists.
yeah.
David was the cop on the show.
So
He's the
David, so there
FBI
was a
agent.
cop.
yeah. Yes. That's
So
the
he was
pairing.
not a bones head.
He was not
No.
a bones head. No.
He was a cop.
head.
Did you guys have a romance on the show?
Yes,
her.
we did.
You clärly you could.
She can
write
figure it
a
out.
show. She
You can
knows
figure it
what
out.
she knows.
We'll
what
have a
works.
segment that will be a perfect opportunity for her to.
Yes.
But I'm
Write the
wondering,
show.
like, but did you guys get together? Like, for real? Like, from
What,
the
in
beginning?
real
Like,
life?
Like
no.
Offset.
No, God. That would be some great tea. That
I
people
know,
would really
right?
want to know.
I know.
And if it happened, you should spill it right now.
People literally think
Now-
that
now,
we're
this is
married
Never-
in real life.
You never made out with him ever in real life?
No.
Were you with your husband already?
No, but he had a wife.
We were going to recast the show Bones.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
We're going to recast the role
Yes.
of Temperance Brennan with Broadway star Sarah
Tony
Paulson.
Award
Tony
winning.
Award winning Sarah Catherine Paulson. Or maybe it's an audition. I don't know.
Do I have lines
This
to
is
read?
just, you're Brennan. Can you pass that
Am
to
I
her?
reading the other
Yeah, you're
part?
reading it with her.
Oh,
because
Wait,
I
I
just
have to
think
read
it's funny.
the part in front of the master herself?
Yeah.
So the show, you were essentially like Ellen Pompeo is like Meredith Grey's Anatomy. Like you're essentially
Title character.
title character.
Essentially.
Titular.
The show was originally titled Brennan.
And they changed it to Bones.
They changed it to Bones, which makes sense.
I
Look
think it's
how
easy.
quickly you got
knew
what the show was about.
The show was about because it's called Bones.
That's a perfect title.
Yeah.
Perfect title.
Yeah, Brennan, I'd be like, I don't know what this is.
I have
You're
no
like,
idea.
It's a show about a guy named Brandon.
Yeah.
Wait, read the
Okay.
recasting.
Okay.
It
Recasting.
says dialogue for Sarah to read. Am I to say what the episode is?
Yes, please. Does it say?
Season 1, episode 8, The Girl in the Fridge. Brennan.
I'm riveted already.
The gelatinous puddle was decomposed tissue from which our labs extracted and analyzed liver and kidney samples by mass spectrometer.
Why is she so
I don't know. She's a scientist.
Yeah, okay.
The hydromorphone level in her liver was 8.4 and 6.6 in her kidney. Death occurs at 7.7 and 5.2 respectively.
It's so good. Give her the part.
Just be the prosecutor. We're doing this.
And the reason they would be giving. Oh my God. And the reason they would be giving the victim this narcotic?
Short-term pre-steal reaction on the right proximal lateral humerus was consistent with a bound individual.
So to rephrase.
And the placement of the wrist restraints coupled with her hydroparathyroidism would account for the stress fractures on her distal anterior surface of both the radii and the ulna.
her bones broke because she was struggling to free herself.
Yeah, I believe I just said that.
Oh, thank you, doctor. That'll be all for now.
So how many of the words did I get wrong?
You got them all pretty well.
One of them didn't
You-
sound great, though.
There was a couple.
There was a period where
couple.
it sounded questionable.
Hydromorphone, I think you got, and I think
Hyper-
periosteal is how I think that was.
I didn't hear you
slightly
say
off.
that.
I didn't say that.
No.
Definitely.
And I think
Periosteal.
hyperparathyroidism.
I said
think is correct.
Good with
hyperparathyroidism.
that.
And it's radii.
Radii. What did I see?
Radii. I don't know.
Radii. And
But
ulna.
it was pretty darn
Ulna's right.
amazing.
Give me another one. I want to do another one.
We only
We
have
print another one.
Yeah.
This is
God
like,
damn it.
I
No, that's
we
your-
finished shooting our
give
show
her the part.
recently, and now I'm ready to act.
Okay.
I'm ready to work.
I love
Give me more
that.
scenes.
Aww.
I'll play a different part. Don't you have a different part? I mean, like,
You know
I
what's
got
funny?
we
I
should
almost
have
brought a
printed out
script.
more. We
I
also
have
thought
the
about-
second to last script for some reason of all the scripts. That's the
Oh,
only one
you
I
should have
seem to
brought
have.
it.
Wow.
And I was like,
I have none.
I should bring it. And then I was like,
we can read a whole. We could do a radio play where we do the whole
whole script.
the whole script.
Yeah.
I would totally do that.
That would be people would be wanting to
That
hear
would
that.
be amazing.
We could actually recast it with like
Yeah. You're as Brennan.
I'm Brennan.
You're Brennan, but
Seth
Brennan's like,
Rogen.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
So
I've turned Brennan. You know, when you play a scientist, I think
exactly.
you want to be.
That's
like your-
Elizabeth Holmes.
Is that your smart?
Yeah,
Yes.
I want to be like this when I play
That's
a
your.
scientist.
That was your smart voice.
This is when I'm
just
very intelligent. I want to sound like this.
I mean,
You don't
it was
like
a,
this?
It was a wild choice.
I think it was
thought.
a great choice.
It was in the moment.
It was in the moment, and I just went with it.
I support it.
It was
I just feel like also
Yeah.
Emily has a deep voice, and
That's- I
so
know, yeah.
I was trying to create some deeper voice, but
Yeah.
with my own twist on it, which is this.
okay. I think people
Oh,
would be
but
like,
it doesn't sound like that though. You just went, oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
No, I didn't like the face that
okay.
went with it.
That's
either.
like the dumb low voice.
yeah, you're
Well-
like, oh. Is Daisy dumb? Was she dumb?
No, she's
Really
very
smart.
smart, but very annoying.
Oh, so you were an annoyer.
It was annoying.
She,
to
she got
everybody.
fired twice.
I kept getting
Oh, I remember.
fired.
She was
Remember there was a
annoying to
moment.
everybody.
Wait, didn't you get fired and you were afraid that you were actually not going to be on the show for a minute?
I'm sure.
Oh.
Well, because I shot one and it was just one episode. I was only hired for one episode. And then oddly, I actually shot Californication
oh, that's right.
the whole time in the middle and then got a call to come back.
playing
was like,
another character named Daisy.
I know. It was Daisy on both.
She looks
She's
like,
like a
Daisy.
flower.
Can we play a game?
Yeah.
Guess the plot.
Okay.
You're not. It doesn't have to be a long plot explanation.
Okay.
You know,
It's like a
and we're gonna.
couple
Yeah.
sentences.
Okay. The first one is. This is season 8, episode 22. What is this plot? The episode's called "The Party in the Pants."
The Party in the Pants.
Yeah.
The plot of that show is that there is a problem with the penis. And the penis is broken, or
Yeah.
the skin is gone from the penis, but the bone is still there.
The penis bone.
penis
Go
bone.
right ahead. Yeah.
It's a-
Yes. Yes.
It's one of the most essential bones.
The bone is
penis
there. The
bone.
boner of the penis bone.
Correct.
And then the humerus is attached to the penis bone. The
okay.
pelvis. It's
Yeah,
about
yeah.
the pelvis. There's a party in the pelvis.
Yeah.
There's some kind of pelvis problem in the bones of the pelvis.
Great. The real plot is the team investigates when a stockbroker who moonlights as a stripper is murdered.
Oh, so that's not what I thought it was.
Okay.
The passenger in the oven.
I'm sorry, what?
The passenger in the oven.
That is an episode about a burned down house and they find in the oven a dead body.
A passenger?
Well, there aren't any ovens in. Oh, is it a mobile home? There's a mobile, like
Something
a mobile.
it's something that moves.
There's something that moves. It's in a
Yeah.
trunk. What's an
I'm sorry,
oven?
what's
An
that?
oven on wheels. Mm-hmm. There's an oven
Not
on
necessarily
wheels,
on wheels.
Well,
It does
don't
move.
help her.
but it's a
Okay,
passenger.
you're supposed to make up your own.
Say it again.
The passenger. Oh, the passenger in the oven.
And the oven or in the oven?
In the oven.
Passenger in the oven.
It's while en route to China to identify prehistoric anthropological remains, Booth and Brennan are called upon to solve a murder in midair when the flight attendant discovers a fully cooked human body in the plane's microwave.
Very plausible.
That could never happen.
Very plausible.
Wait a
Don't
minute.
you dare
It
question
could-
that.
this is ripped from the headline.
Don't you
No,
dare
wait a minute.
question
ripped
that.
from the
You can't
headline.
put the human
Very-
body, a
very
complete
In a
human
microwave.
body in an airplane microwave.
Very
Yeah,
plausible.
it's a big
I don't know what
microwave.
you're
Did
talking
big
nobody
microwave.
Big
write
enough.
on the Reddit on the boards that they did back
I
then?
don't
Like
know.
this was not a possible
I
thing.
don't know. Okay, the next one.
Prove it.
The butt in the joke.
That's the title of the episode. Mm-hmm. They had a really good time with this, didn't they? The writers.
Obviously.
The butt in, not of.
In.
The butt in the joke.
I have to remember what that is.
I don't have an idea what it is. It's about a comedian who. Oh,
that's
I
a
did
good
it.
guess.
It's about a comedian who was found in a locker downstairs at the Comedy Store.
Ooh. Do we have a
I
spin-off
like
on our
that.
hands?
That's a good idea.
A street artist falls and lands directly in his own glue and into human remains.
It's not related to a
Wait,
comedy.
he falls into human remains in glue?
Into his own, like, I think, art piece that's like
Yes.
a glue thing.
I have a memory about that episode.
You do?
Yeah.
Look at this. Hot,
Here,
cold goss.
give it.
What is it?
Cold goss.
I was trying to breastfeed my child and get to set.
Not
and
where
there's
I
a
thought this was
person
gonna
I didn't
go.
think this was going there.
Very uncomfortable, attached to. He was like stuck. They had like prosthetics
I'm sorry.
attaching him to the remain, like the actor.
They stuck him?
They stuck him
so
to
that
it.
he
couldn't
seemed-
move. So I was delaying it because I just was trying to feed my child, and then I mean, this is very much a woman mom story, but I like ran dry, and I was so determined to breastfeed that I had no formula. And so I was so stressed. I was bawling, crying, like.
And so this guy was attached to the thing.
And it felt so bad.
Sitting there
I was
stuck.
I delayed. You know, I was just. It took. I mean, it wasn't like I was delayed for hours or something.
No, but you
it
had to
took,
try
like,
to
a
get
little
that
bit
milk
time.
out of that tit.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, give her another one.
Aliens in the spaceship.
Well, aliens are in spaceships.
Oh no, I didn't think it was going to go this way. Go ahead.
Say aliens and spaceships?
In a
spaceship.
Alien in a. They got
Aliens.
tired that day. It was like alien in a spaceship. That is about a body found inside like a spaceship that a child would build in their living room. You know, like a spaceship, and then they found like a body in there.
Okay. This is a favorite episode of people's. Now, what I don't understand is because I've not seen it.
The plot is not explained. The
That's
plot
what I
we
don't
have
understand.
is not explained. The bodies, if I recall, the bodies were in a kind of time capsule kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
But the plot, we get buried alive. My character and Hodgins, TJ's character, we're buried. We find ourselves buried alive by a serial killer
Who likes
by
to
a grave digger.
Was that only one episode, or did it go along a couple of episodes?
The grave digger went along more, but
you know that?
Because there's no way. Like I just like if I'm a showrunner, I'm like you don't.
She's so
smart about
good.
that
I'm just
stuff.
like you wouldn't want that to be a
That's
one-off.
crazy that you asked that. That's really
It's like you wouldn't
She's
want that
smart.
to be a one. Sorry, oops.
She's smart about this.
You wouldn't
stuff.
want it to be a one-off. You'd want them to be down there long enough to have a couple episodes.
Well, we
or-
were down there only one episode.
Yeah, but you should.
We got.
Down there for more.
We got saved by Booth.
Yeah,
Of course.
right. But
Not
it
gonna
should
be-
be an ongoing thing if there's a serial
But the
killer.
serial killer came back.
Because then you can have it like interwoven and like maybe this person is, you're not only dealing with the crime you're fighting, but then the crime that's maybe going to happen to you.
Exactly.
Look at this.
I
We have a
mean,
reboot on our
She
hands.
should have written Bones.
Maybe she'll write the reboot. Can I ask you one last plot thing?
Yeah.
Because the last one, and we don't have to use all of them.
I want all of them.
The goop on the girl.
Ew.
That's why I put it in there.
The goop on the girl?
That's right. What are they solving?
What are they solving?
What is it?
There's some goop on a girl.
Yeah.
And they got to figure out,
What kind of goop?
well,
What is it?
it's intestines.
Oh.
But that wouldn't help you. Their intestinal goop.
Okay. Their intestinal goop.
It's intestinal goop on the girl. But that's so. Are they titling these shows based on like what the crime is? Because that's.
Usually, it's based on the.
But
yeah.
what are your bones telling you about goop? That's what I'm confused about.
Well, it's not just. I mean, a lot of
can
times
goop.
the bones we find are not clean. They just have to be not recognizable, but like they just have to be decomposed. So there's a lot of times there's goop
all over.
all the time. We called it corpse gravy. That was coined by Tamara Taylor, who coined it. And we were so used to it that we'd get our gloves on, then we'd be just like, get our fingers full of corpse gravy, and then it was disgusting.
Gross.
We were desensitized to it, but it was disgusting.
So the goop on the girl is about. I mean.
Yeah.
It's Gwyneth Paltrow.
Oh yeah, it's Gwyneth Paltrow.
Paltrow's found dead.
Goop.
Gwyneth Paltrow is found dead,
It's not
and
spelled like that,
it's not
guys.
goop.
Oh,
like
it is.
Yeah, it is,
Goop
right?
spelled like that.
Oh, okay.
How else do you spell goop?
know.
Gop?
Goop.
How did you? Well, how did you think it was spelled, pal?
I don't know.
Because I can't do math, but how are you with the spelling?
In my head, it was oddly
Go ahead.
GOP.
Oh, GOP. The GOP.
Gop on the
the
girl.
GOP on the girl.
It's political.
It's a political episode.
Listen, what it really is, Brendan.
See, Temple Grandin discovers.
Brendan's father, played by Ryan O'Neal, invites a distant relative, Margaret, played by Zoe Deschanel.
That's your sister.
To spend Christmas with him and his daughter. Brennan and Booth investigate when a man dressed as Santa is blown up after a botched bank robbery.
Oh, so no, I would never get that.
No, I know.
No,
Goop
you're
on
not
the
expected
girl.
to get that. You're
No,
supposed to
but
make up your own.
That would have been a really. If I'd come up with that, I'd be really.
No, it
That
would be
would-
like
that
you'd
would
be
be
psychic.
like, you have to
You'd
get
be
out- yeah.
psychic.
I would not believe you're psychic. I would just
You would
believe
think I
that
did
you
a
would
fast Google
Yeah,
of
you
every
did a
episode,
deep-
and I'm
yeah.
like
Yeah.
a crazy.
That's what you've been spending your time doing.
have one
all
of those
week.
brains that
all week.
remembers everything.
Yeah, like Mary Lou Henner.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She's a person who literally can remember the
memories.
date and I'm like,
Yeah.
Have you asked her? Like, have you
I
met her?
did go to see her in a play, and I did ask her about it, and I can't, of course, remember anything she said about it because she can probably tell us exactly what
She'll
I
tell
said.
you exactly.
Yeah, she knows
But
exactly
I've
what you
met
said.
her too, and I really like her, but I don't think I discussed that. She meant, like, I've met her a few times, and the only time I can remember after knowing that about her
Yeah.
was she said she was a producer on that show.
Taxi.
No, on the show,
Oh, the show-
Unforgettable or
with-
whatever
with
with
Poppy
Montgomery.
Yes.
Who
She was a producer on that?
Yes.
I think because it was based on her,
person who
which
could do
I
that,
never
yeah.
watched the show.
What
but
was it called?
Unforgettable.
No, was it really?
Yes.
I think it's called Unforgettable.
That was on for a while, wasn't it?
I think it had few years.
Yeah.
Few years. Yeah.
Remember those days when like there'd be some shows on for a couple few
Yeah,
years?
like a network show. and be on
Everybody
for,
got like
when
two-
you were
it
could've been
so
on for
excited
6
to get like a
years.
network show, you do 22 episodes. Those days are over.
You- I
Did you
was
guys do 22?
Yeah.
Sometimes
had-
24, 26?
We did 24 one year, and it's messed up because we had the strike, and then we had different things, and I also like had gave birth to a kid in the middle of a season, and then I asked for 6 weeks off, and they gave me 12 weeks off, which I was glad, but yeah, so we had less episodes those seasons. I thought they'd do episodes without me, but they didn't. But anyway,
No,
there
you're
you go.
Bones.
I'm Bones, man.
Brendan.
But
Honey,
they
you're
did
just
episodes
Dr.
without
Bones.
like.
Temporal Brendan.
Temporal
I mean,
Brendan no show can exist without Temporal
No,
Brendan.
you did a show that I think didn't make it to.
What
a
are you
second,
talking about?
I mean, quite a few of those, but
Oh,
the one
wow.
I'm thinking of, there is a Bones connection. You were on a show called The DA
Yes.
with Michaela Conlon.
Oh
Yes, I
yes.
Yes, I was. A very short-lived show
gonna say.
that got picked up for, are you ready?
Yeah.
3 episodes. No,
it did not.
It was like the weirdest pickup. They picked us up for 3 episodes. Oh no, maybe we did 6. Maybe it was like a mid-season thing, but
they
they
didn't
only
air?
aired 3
But it
or
wasn't
something.
13.
No, it wasn't 9. It wasn't 13. It wasn't 22. It was 6, and I think 3 aired, and then they were like, "We're good."
We're good. Was it bad?
I don't remember it being a great show.
Okay.
I played a DA. It was J.K. Simmons. It was Steven Weber, me, Michaela.
Do you remember her?
I do. Oh yes,
do?
I do. Oh yeah, love her.
So good.
Love her. So
best.
good. Tall.
Beautiful.
Really beautiful and tall and fun. And she had not been, we had done the pilot. See, we had done a pilot I think that she wasn't in. And then when we got picked up for our 6, they brought her in. Yeah. Because I guess I wasn't enough for to be the lady. They had,
You were enough.
I don't think so. I think they were like,
But
apparently not.
they want
apparently
some
they needed like
equity
a,
in there. They don't want to just have it
No,
all be
they
about
just wanted
men
like a,
and
no,
one
they
woman.
wanted,
Was she like a hottie?
Yeah, she was like the hot new, tall, drink of water face. And I was like, hi, I'm your DA. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
Hi, I'm your
Brendan.
DA. I like to play everybody with a brain like this.
My favorite story about that of Michaela is that my assistant Sahara just at some point she asked Michaela, she's like, what jeans are you wearing? I love your jeans. She was wearing the same jeans I was wearing, like the literal same cut and brand that I was wearing, but she just makes it look so much better.
She's really, is she still like that?
Yeah.
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 It's annoying. I feel like some people get too much.
Oh yeah.
Like, you have to have the face and the beauty.
Yeah.
And
Get
the-
all the things.
You can get all the things.
Well, I mean,
We all have all of
I mean,
them.
obviously, present company notwistanding.
I mean,
Present
not
company
us,
excluded, whatever. the
but
term
everyone
is.
else can't also get
I know
everything.
everyone else can't. There should be a podcast called All the Things.
All the things.
All the things.
Now, before
All
we wrap
together,
up
yes,
on
we
all the
sh- yes,
things,
yes.
do you have any other Bones,
Questions?
questions,
Thoughts,
queries,
questions?
thoughts,
Guesses.
I got some
observance?
a question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who was your favorite guest star?
Oh my gosh.
And it's not. I'm not talking like it can be. It can hit on a bunch of
could be
different levels.
anybody.
It could be somebody that you were so excited to actually work with, or somebody who was so fun and good when they were there.
Can I have like a few?
You can have a few.
Okay.
Like just give me.
No
a couple.
show has had more crazy guest stars,
Right.
by the way, than this show.
I mean, other shows have Law and Order and stuff, but we're like the LA
This
Law and
still
Order.
is.
And
Yes.
so many people come through before
Yeah.
they became like a thing,
Right.
or even after or whatever. But okay, Betty White.
Oh my God, Betty White.
She did a few episodes. Cyndi Lauper.
What?
Did a few episodes. Those women are just
that's
my
iconic.
idols
That's like,
from
everyone
growing
says iconic now, but
up.
that's really
No, it is literally.
literally.
And then so that is just like the fact that I have Cyndi Lauper's phone number in my phone. It's just like the most. I mean, if I told myself as a young
exactly.
person,
That girls just want to have fun was going to be like a person you could call and be like, hey,
yeah,
If
yeah.
girls just want to have fun was a person you could call.
to have fun as girls.
yes,
But I'd also say that Scoot McNairy.
yes, I bet
He
that.
was
shocked.
so great. He came on.
He was in
we didn't
my
know who he was.
episode, and I was reviewing
Right.
it for this, and I
And
was
he
like,
comes
I was
back
in an episode with Scoot
which makes no
McNairy?
sense. They brought him back
'Cause he was so good.
Because he was so good. Like to make like he plays a stalker of a character of like a dead person or somebody of note. I can't remember. And he had like and I remember Corrine Rosenthal wrote the script, and so it was a combo of like this great funny dialogue where he was like, "I broke into her house I was just gonna knit a sweater for her." He played this like stoner stalker, and he was just amazing. And then they brought him back because he was just so great, and it made no sense to bring him back, but they figured out how
because he was so great.
He's so great.
And look at him now.
And look at him now.
Just outrageous.
I mean, I just saw him in Complete Unknown. I watched it on an airplane because that's how I
so good.
watch any movies. It was so good. He was great. The whole cast was great. But I was just like, that was a stoner.
We had him in the
from
beginning.
Bones.
We
You know what I
had
mean?
Michael B. Jordan, Giancarlo Esposito,
Aaron Paul,
Stephen Fry.
Oh my God, Stephen Fry.
Yeah.
I mean,
Linda Lavin.
Linda Lavin.
I mean,
crazy?
That's very
We've
crazy.
had so. I mean, that's just scratching the surface. I mean, not that but there's more.
Yes,
There's more.
yes,
I just
yes.
am not thinking.
You never auditioned for the Bones, huh?
Never auditioned for the Bones. Huh? No. No, I feel like
I think
missed
you're doing
out.
okay without it, though.
No,
Yeah,
but
you did
I
okay.
feel like I missed out on a rite of passage. It sounds like since like everyone and their
It would
mother
have been.
did.
But I was just saying, it'd be so great if you were on the show because you guys
I know.
could. Well, Clea was
know,
on the
Clea
show.
Duvall-
Clea was on the show.
Clea was
Clea
on the
Duvall was on the
show.
show.
She played a killer.
We were in
Not
the
just-
episode
Have you
together.
You had her on the
And
cast?
I was going to
She's
say,
gonna.
weren't
We
you
were
guys-
saving it to have her
when it's the episode.
Yes, which is a while from now.
Yeah.
But
You should try to have
yeah,
every
I
guest
know.
star.
I know
on.
we should.
You
We should just start bumping them up.
just bump it or just
have them on.
have them on when it's time. It's just
Yeah.
you got to do it.
On that note,
Oh, we have
Oh,
listener
yeah.
questions.
I could answer them.
okay.
We didn't tell people who was coming on. We just said
yeah,
there's this
it was a
very
surprise
special
who'd
guest,
never seen the show.
but who's never seen the show. What questions do you have? And from Lynn Pormarico. Why have you not watched this amazing show?
Yeah. Why?
Well,
Why, Sarah?
Why?
Here's a really good question.
Thank you for asking that, Lynn.
Lynn, it's a really good question because also Carla Gallo is one of my best friends in the world, and you would think, but I would probably put it to Carla. Have you seen everything I've ever done?
I've seen a lot of it.
No, you haven't.
I've seen a lot of it, but I will say when you were talking about the play with Linda Lavin, I was like,
I don't think I
that.
took a big plane over to New York to see that.
I didn't see it. Didn't see it.
Didn't see it.
But
It's
this
okay.
one you did have
mean,
like
it doesn't.
you had like 33 opportunities.
Oh, you were on 33 episodes. Yeah, that's bad.
If she
Here's why.
started, you probably would have watched it if she
If
started
she
the show.
started the
like
show,
if
I
she's
would
on
have.
the show
That
from
is
the
correct.
beginning.
I would have started
Yeah.
from the beginning. But also, it might have coincided with the time when I was doing what you were doing, which is the 1 hour drama, or it was Studio
Yeah.
60 time, or whatever it was.
Totally
What was it? I
possible.
don't even know what it was I was doing. What was the year of this show? When was it on?
I would come in
2005.
2008, 2009. I think I came in somewhere in
Right,
there.
oh, right. She started in 2008.
In 2005, I was doing the play.
I don't care about
with
2005.
because you weren't there yet.
I wasn't there yet.
So in 2008, it was Studio 60 time. So I think it was around 2006, 2007. And so it's like, remember we did.
I was more 2008. I'm not.
Okay.
I don't care what you're doing in 2006 and 2007.
So then after that, maybe I went back to New York and did I did Cupid 2.0 with Bobby
Okay.
Cannavale. And so I think like I was,
Busy.
heavily invested in my own life and my career. And so I just wasn't interested in watching your stupid show.
It wasn't also like the streaming age.
And there was no
where-
streaming.
That is true.
And like,
No,
remember
it was like
TiVo?
TiVo.
Remember TiVo?
We were just
I
talking
remember
about
getting
TiVo.
invited to a party where like if you come to this
A
party,
TiVo
we'll give
party?
you a TiVo.
Yes.
Yes,
Remember
I got
that?
a free TiVo
I got
from
a free
something
TiVo
like
from
that.
like some
I did
TV
too.
guide party or something.
Yes.
Remember those things we used to go
Yes.
to? And you'd be like, I'll get a TiVo.
That
was like
I
a
loved
thing.
a TiVo.
And then at a certain point, someone was like, "It's kind of tacky to
go to a party
because
together. Yeah.
they weren't necessarily always parties too. There'd be like
Gifting suites.
gifting
suite.
things and like
You took
and
me to
then
so many
but
of
you'd be
those.
getting so much crap
So much stuff that
besides the TiVo. It'd be a lot of crap
yeah.
that I would never
Weird
use.
sneakers.
like, that I wouldn't
the
want.
TiVo
little
thing
vacuum.
was cool, but
That
the
was
truth is,
legit.
I was living in New York. I was doing a show, 1 hour drama, comedy, 1 hour, whatever it was. But it was a lot of work, pal. And it's true. Like the TiVo thing, I don't think I had one in New York. And what was I going to do? We couldn't put a VHS.
Okay,
in?
enough out of
There's
you.
a lot of
Okay.
excuses.
I know, but they're all
Lulu Wayne-
valid and good
They are.
reasons.
No, I totally agree. I think
agree.
that's very
and I
valid.
could have gone back
I'm not-
retroactively, but
It's also like it's not for everybody. The
hate
show
that
is not
phrase.
for
I'm
everyone.
not butthurt about
I
it.
don't like that phrase.
It's okay because
What
I'm not
is it?
butthurt
I
about
don't
it.
like the phrase.
It's okay. I'm
butthurt.
not
I've never
butthurt
heard
about
that
it.
phrase
the
before.
worst phrase.
I'm not butthurt
I don't
about
like
it.
it.
I don't know that.
Okay,
phrase.
can I ask one more?
Yeah, God.
Lulu Wayne 10 asks, "How are you with dead bodies?"
Well, Lulu Wayne,
Hmm.
I haven't been around a ton of dead bodies.
Okay.
Have you been around a lot of dead bodies?
No.
Have you been around a lot of dead bodies? One real dead body.
I was with my grandfather when he passed
died.
away. Yeah.
I've been around a dying person,
Yeah.
given them morphine, like done that.
You have
I have done that.
given the morphine.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've done those. I've been around
Yeah,
for that kind of
that's
thing.
hard.
And that's
Yeah.
hard. But the dead body, I don't think would be as horrible to me as the part leading up to it, as you and I know, pal.
Well, that's 100 times
Just
harder.
the breathing change and the thing. And then
Have you had to play a part that dealt with dead bodies at all?
I've had to die a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
You've
Weren't
been
you
the dead
like a
body.
ghost on your first
My
show?
first show ever on American Gothic, I was a ghost. I got killed on the show.
Someone's
my neck
at
broke.
the door.
Someone's at the door. And I got my neck broken. And then Gary Cole had to break my neck. And then I came up back. Is this loud?
Is this on? Is this thing on?
I'm sorry about that.
Okay,
Apologies. Yeah, so I got killed. I've been killed a lot on shows.
Really?
Yeah. On American Horror Story, like I sacrificed myself and jumped off a thing, and as a
Have they ever made?
Those are scary
They're
shows.
scary.
I have a hard time. I've tried to watch that show a few times, and I'm just like, oh, I just get too freaked out.
Have you ever
by it.
had like a body made of you?
I've had a head, like, remember I had to be two-headed on American
Yes.
Horror Story.
Oh,
Okay,
right.
okay.
So I had a full, those head cast things. Have you done those things? They're so
Yes,
I haven't done it.
That is so
It's so
claustrophobic.
claustrophobic and scary.
They put
It's
rubber.
basically
Now they
paper
do it
mache.
differently.
Oh, they do?
Yes, they do a scan. My husband had to do it. They just do a scan of your head.
I've
like
done
they
that
do
too.
In the
dental
right,
impression,
the dentist's
yeah.
office or whatever.
That's really weird when you walk into that special effects shop and you see like every famous person you've ever
Yes.
seen. Like their like heads are just on the wall.
I wore boobs that had been built on top of Maria
Californication,
Bello.
right?
Yeah, I had to wear like prosthetic boobs, and instead of I think making them for me, they were like, "Oh, we made these for Maria Bello." And then I was like, "But not to like." But the only thing is that they had the cast of her, like her boobs was just there
boobs.
in the
So
shop.
you're
I mean,
just-
I guess it is what it is.
It
But
is
Wait,
what it
they
is.
made her boobs?
they like took her chest
and
plate.
then they
I
just
guess.
used that mold and
then
then
they used the
knew
mold.
it made a fresh pair for you.
Yeah, or they
Wait.
were her.
Is this something that goes on top of your boobs?
Yes.
I had to wear
Wear
very
prosthetic
large
boob.
prosthetic boobs for Californication.
And her boobs were like the inside part.
it was her real boobs, and I think they built the fake boobs
Onto
on top
her
of
actual
her.
boobs.
Like maybe they were trying to see who I matched, like without having
It's
to.
almost like you guys.
Do we hear it
twins?
here that
you
you guys
just
have
had-
the same
you-
boobs?
No, it's just almost like
me and Maria Bello.
yeah, you and Marie Bella like had the
Had-
same.
had an
like
intimate
literally.
moment.
Had an intimate moment.
It's
is what
like
it
we
feels
did.
Like.
I feel like
It's like you had.
had.
It's like you skin to skin contact.
It's like we did.
Yeah.
but it was like skin to plaster.
Right. Yeah. So I've done that stuff.
Okay.
And I've had to play dead and stuff, but I've never been around a lot of, I've been around a lot of actors who are, in
That's
the
not the
bed,
same thing.
in the bed pretending to be dead,
That's not
or
the
on
same
thing. In the
gurneys.
bed.
Like dead bed,
Dead bed.
deathbed.
deathbed.
Deathbed. Okay.
and I've a lot of gurneys, a lot of
Yeah.
body
Done
bags,
a couple.
Yeah.
a lot of body
gurneys.
bags, like big
body
old,
bags.
Yeah, like I've never
You've been
been
zipped up?
I've never been zipped up in a body bag.
Okay.
That would
okay.
freak me out.
But I just
Me neither.
shot something where someone had to do that. And I was like, what's
Were
it
they
like in
okay?
there?
And how do they
were
feel?
okay.
That's scary.
Oh, didn't I one time have to get buried? I think I one time had to get in a grave and people had to put.
Oh,
Yeah, it was not
No.
pleasant.
That's
we were
wouldn't
buried
like
underground, but it wasn't in a casket or whatever. It was in a car, and the way we came out, it was different.
I don't
on,
like it.
on bones.
You'll
Yeah.
be discussing that when that episode airs on the Bones
Yeah.
Rewatch podcast.
It's in
on Boneheads. The
On
podcast you're right
Boneheads.
now.
Bonesheads.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want me to do a bunch of tags, I can just be like, this week on Bonesheads.
Sure.
Tonight,
Yeah.
today
Okay.
on Bonesheads.
Yeah, will you say? And this is Bones Head.
And
And this
this-
is Sarah Paulson for Bones Heads.
And this is Sarah Paulson for Bonesheads. Today, I am guest appearing on Bonesheads, you guys. It's an incredible podcast with Emily Deschanel and the Carla Gallo, known as my pal. Bonesheads. I think you should consider a adjustment in the title.
Okay. Thanks for that pitch.
There are two of you.
Thanks for that.
Bonesheads.
No, it's that's why there's an S at the end.
It would just be Bonesheads.
Boneheads.
Yeah, but you're
Bones, but they're for
you're
bones. Multiple
You've
bones.
got multiple. Yeah, bones heads.
Okay. On that note, get out.
You wish. You wish you'd never get away from me.
I can see that. This was
Okay.
Sarah's idea to come on.
It was.
I know we didn't say that. This was Sarah's idea.
She was talking about the podcast. I was like, pal,
Amazing.
wouldn't it be great if I came on and just I don't know anything about the show, but I can just
Amazing.
talk about it.
The best idea.
I'll come
You
on
want more
again
dialogue.
if this hits and people like it.
Okay.
And if you don't, guys, you feel free to talk about it on the chat boards, whatever people do, and I'll never come back if you don't want me to. But if you want me back, I say we do a full. We could like redo a reading of a script.
I am so into that.
And I think you just get different people playing the parts.
Yes.
I'm so into that. But then also let's have like a Michaela, a Tamara, a TJ.
That's what I'm saying. Everyone switches parts.
And then bring in some
but
weirdos.
Then randos like me come in and do things.
That would be
I love that.
You could even do like we could get like a thing going where there's some like slides in the back like to set the scene.
Okay.
I just like to direct it a little bit.
She's producing it. She's
I like to produce it.
She's a producer.
She's full of ideas. I think that's what we learned today.
You are full of ideas.
I don't think anyone
None
knew.
of them always good, but ideas they are in there.
A lot of them been
No,
good.
they're good ideas, and you have, great guesses.
Great guesses. You did
Great
really
instincts.
well. My favorite though will still be the first one, which was the party in the pans about the
bone
penis
and the
bone.
penis.
Bone.
Yeah. And so we'll end on that.
Penis bone, guys.
Penis bone.
Penis bone.
Thanks for having me.
Sarah.
Thanks for having me, for being here.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Paul Town.
Best ever.
Yay!
Thanks so much for listening to Boneheads.
If you haven't yet, now is a great time to subscribe to Lemonada Premium. You'll get bonus content like extras from our conversation with Jessica Capshaw, who plays Booth's ex. Just hit the subscribe button on Apple Podcasts, or for all other podcast apps, head to lemonadapremium.com to subscribe. That's lemonadapremium.com.
Boneheads is a production of Lemonada Media and us. It's produced by Keegan Zema and Tiffany Bowie.
Our engineers are Brian Castillo and Noah Smith. Our senior vice president of weekly content is Steve Nelson.
Our executive producers are Stephanie Whittleswax, Jessica Cordova-Kramer, and us, Emily Deschanel and Carla Gallo. Music by Doug Paisley.
To stay up to date with us and submit your listener questions, follow us on Instagram at BoneheadsPod and at Lemonada Media on all social channels.
Follow Boneheads wherever you get your podcasts or listen ad-free on Amazon Music with your Prime membership.
Thanks so much for listening.